California to visit my grandson, but not recently.
Okay, thank you.
Good afternoon. This is call number 2021-27523 in the interest of Marisol and Melanie Cervantes. All parties and witnesses, raise your right hand to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, I do.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the children.
Maria Zamora, and I'm the grandmother.
On the mother's side or the father's side?
And the father.
Okay. Paternal grandmother. And you have custody of these children?
Yes.
And how did you come by that?
How do I what?
How did you get custody of these children?
Oh, well, I don't have custody of them yet, but I got it from California. They gave me a letter stating that I could take them, bring them to Texas, because the parents couldn't no longer have them in their possession.
Was it like CPS type
Yes.
complaint? Yes. All right. Representing the Attorney General, State of Texas.
Leader Sharma, Your Honor.
All right. Court will note that the non-custodial parent, Jonathan Cervantes, is not present. He was personally served on March 1st, 2022 at 5:17 p.m. at 1200 Baker Street in Houston, Harris County, Texas. And also the mother, Audrey Brian Cleary, is not present. She was personally served on March 5th, 2022 at 6:19 a.m. at 76 East Pacheco Road in Bakersville, Kern County, California. Neither party has filed an answer or made an appearance. Is that correct, Ms. Sharma?
That is correct, Your Honor.
We'll proceed by default.
Yes, Judge. I would like to call the grandmother, Ms. Zamora. Ms. Zamora, what year did you take possession of these children?
2020.
And who is the father?
Jonathan Cervantes.
And did he sign an acknowledgement of paternity?
No.
Okay. Would you be surprised to know that he did sign an acknowledgement of paternity for the children?
Like saying that he's the father?
Yes, ma'am.
I believe so. I think he signed the birth certificate.
Okay. And Miss Audrey Cleary is the mother of the children, correct?
Correct.
And are you asking the court to name the father as the biological father of the children?
Yes.
And are you asking the court to appoint you as sole managing conservator of the children?
Yes.
And for the record, can you tell us the age of the children?
Yes. Marisol will be 5 in 2 days, and Melanie will be 4 on the 17th of November of this year.
Thank you. And are you asking the court to appoint Mr. Cervantes and Ms. Cleary as possessory conservators with the standard visitation?
Yes.
And where is Mr. Cervantes currently?
He's in prison.
And do you expect him to be released within the next 90 days?
No, they gave him 2 years.
And do you understand the court is going to order no child support because Mr. Cervantes has no income at this time, correct?
correct.
And as far as Miss Cleary, do you know where she's currently employed?
No, all I know is she's no longer living in Bakersfield. She's been living in Fresno, California.
Okay. And you understand that the court is going to order child support for her based on minimum wage?
Yes,
And how are the children covered under health insurance?
the small one, Melanie, she has Medicaid, but they told me that I will be determined. I think when she turns 5, and for Marisol, I pay out of pocket. Like when I take her to doctor visits or shot records or Texas Health Step, I pay that out of pocket.
Okay. And do you agree to apply for health insurance for the children and maintain that health insurance through a government-sponsored program?
Yes,
And you understand the court is going to set $0 in child support for Mr. Cervantes, right?
yes, right.
And you understand the court is going to order $78 in cash medical support for Ms. Cleary beginning October 1.
Yes,
And any uncovered health costs, you'll continue to pay half of those, correct?
correct.
And you understand as far as Mr. Cervantes, current child support will be 0. And for Ms. Cleary, it's going to be $266 a month beginning October 1.
Yes.
As far as back child support, when was Mr. Cervantes incarcerated?
I believe like 4 or 5 months ago.
So would May of 2022 be the time he was incarcerated?
Yes,
And prior to that, you took possession of the children April 1st of 2020, correct?
um, mm, it's like the 3rd week of April.
Okay, so in the 3rd week of April, let's just say April 1, because it's still the same month, April
Okay.
1 of 2020 until April 30th of 2020, did Mr. Cervantes provide any direct financial support for the children?
No,
And do you know where he was working before he was incarcerated?
he wasn't working.
So you understand the court is going to set a judgment of $7,150 for those dates for back support with no payout?
Yes.
That's based on minimum wage. You understand that, Ms. Zamora?
Yes,
All right.
And are you asking the court to set a judgment in the amount of $8,400 for the same dates, April 1, 2020 until today, September 7th, 2022 against Ms. Cleary?
yes,
And she has not provided any direct financial support as well, correct?
correct. The only time she had gave me was $50, which is $160, and that's it throughout these years.
Okay. And are you asking the court to set $85 a month beginning October 1 toward that judgment?
Yes,
And if court costs are billed, do you want Ms. Cleary and Mr. Cervantes to pay those?
yes,
And have you reviewed this order today and believe it's in the best interest of your grandchildren?
yes.
Thank you, Judge. I pass this witness.
Did you talk about the child support that the mother's going to have to pay?
Yes, Judge, that would be $266 a month. Let me go back.
You understand that, Ms. Zamora?
Yes, sir.
All right. The court will